So here is how we generated about 10x of ROAS on an average on every single of our campaign. That means every dollar that we invested, we ended up generating $10 back. This strategy is one of the major reasons why we have been able to remain cash flow positive. We have been profitable, but more importantly, we have remained bootstrapped, which means we have the power. We know what we can do, and if we want to ever raise capital at any point of stage, we can do it very, very, very easily. So this strategy specifically talks about highlighting on the 5 major points. The first is you need to focus on your competitors, which is the leaders in your space. The second is focusing on review videos or how-to videos. If you look around, any of those influencers whenever they're talking about any sort of videos, you need to use that for your advantage. The third is focusing on creating a custom audience. The fourth is creating a video sequence, and the fifth is creating dynamic ad. Now, here is the very first method that you have to begin with. The first very important thing that you need is scraping. You need to scrape the right data, which is the right videos. If you don't have the right videos, there is no way you can even generate any pieces of sales. So scraping is the very first step. So you can use tools like Ahrefs or SEMrush or any other tool that provides you with YouTube data statistics for keyword research. And the next thing you require is a tool known as Scrapebox. It's one of my favorite scraping software. I've been using the software for the last 1 decade. Works like a charm. It's a Windows or Mac based software. Use it. I think it's probably around like $60, $70. That's it. Probably the best investment you can make. Once you have gotten that software, here are the 2 possible keywords that you need to do. One is a competitor plus review keyword, right? Majority of the times you would see that a lot of influencers, especially affiliates, they are using such kind of combination of competitor plus review keyword. The next that you have to do is you have to look into how-to videos. These are a bit broader keywords, but this helps you because those video creators are educating the user, and you want those kind of users who are already educated. You don't want to sit down and start educating every single of users, because if you start doing that, your buying cycle is going to be very, very long. And you have to ensure that your sales attribution window is as small as possible. This is where a lot of companies really face a lot of cash flow issues, because they focus on companies that would close in 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, while I focus on companies that would probably close in just 2 weeks maximum, not beyond that. If anyone is closing after 2 weeks, I don't even consider that particular lead for me as a warm lead or a hot lead anymore. So make sure that you use these strategies to ensure that you are focusing on a very, very, very warm audience who knows about what they are going to purchase. Then the next step is very simple. It's the YouTube placement ad. So the way you do it is you create a campaign using your ad manager. Go to a sales campaign. Remember, there are a ton of different campaigns, so make sure that you select sales campaign for this specific campaign only. Now, look for placements. Now, if you ever start with this campaign, you will see something very funny. You will not find this at all, unless and until you click on advanced settings and then go into clicking on another advanced settings, which means that YouTube or Google doesn't want you to find this. The reason behind this is because they want you to spend more and they want you to use the automatic AI and algorithm. So you want to make sure that at any point of stage, you use this particular format, which is placement ads, because you would exactly know the kind of video that is being placed, and that's where the sales and money is, because that's where your customers are hanging out and learning from. Next, add your own video. This is pretty straightforward, and then start the campaign. But make sure that you add the UTM tags, because things from here will start getting more interesting. Again, people are going to make a lot of mistakes over here by directly pasting your sales landing page link. Do not do that. Make sure that you add the UTM tags. Next is creating custom audience. Now, what you need to do next is go to your audience manager and look for that campaign tag, because anytime when you go on the particular website, you would be definitely adding that tag. So when you're creating a custom audience inside your audience manager, inside Google Ad Manager, make sure that you select only that particular tag. This way, what's going to happen is you would know that how many audiences are clicking and visiting your landing pages, specifically from those cold targeted placement ads. This is very crucial, or else again, this funnel is not going to work properly for you, and you won't be able to generate that necessary ROAS that you really want. Once you have done that, start the audience creation. Now, this is where it starts getting more interesting. The first thing that you have to do is start building up an ad sequence. So all you have to do is go into creating a new campaign. And once you do that, go into video. As soon as you click on the video campaign, you would see a brand new strategy that's known as ad sequences. This is where you need to add the right set of videos, which I'm going to talk about in the next sequence. And this helps you to, again, ensure that you have the right hook, you create the desire, and then you are able to talk about the solution. So there is this format inside that ad sequence that is known as add, attract, and direct ad. So make sure that you use that attract format only. If you use any other format, the chances are that your ROAS is going to drop down. Again, we've done a lot of testing, spent millions of dollars in this. So make sure, again, that you utilize this specific sequence accordingly. Next one, the first thing that you have to do is you can have a 6 to 15 seconds hook video. Yesterday, Raj was talking about this as well, that the first 6 seconds matters the most. That is what matters in the ad world as well. The first 6 seconds is your hook video. If you're not hooking up your users, the chances are that you're losing them. So make sure that you're hooking up to those first 6 videos. Now, there are different kinds of formats, which is 6 seconds or 15 seconds format. You can use pretty much either one of them, but with 6 seconds, you have to be ultra creative. Next, create a very long video, because the way the attract method really works is you're creating, again, a hook, then you're educating it, and then you're creating a desire. So this is how the attract format sort of works out. So when you're creating a long form video, which is educating the users, that video is going to be about 1 to 3 minutes long maximum. Now, this can be your brand video. So for example, if Engage is running this side of campaign, right, they can include the current event by educating the user that, hey, look, we are a big brand. We know what we are doing. This is going to help them out massively, because the second video is all about making sure that you are able to build trust. It's all about trust, and those long videos help out massively. And anyone who has got hooked up to the first 6 seconds of the video, Google will automatically start showing them the second video. It's not going to show them the first video anymore. So this is where ad sequences and ad funnels are so beautiful that you can generate a lot of conversions for yourself. Moving forward, again, the last video is something that you can use is going to be a testimonial video. So that is going to be the third video in your funnel. Make sure it's a testimonial video only, because it enables trust, right? Statistics say that 85% of the users actually believe every single review and testimonial that are created. So just like me referring to someone else, people would trust. Similarly, when people go online and they see a review, 85% of those people trust those reviews. So make sure that it's a testimonial. Then now it's time to start converting them. So this is where it starts getting even more fun. So what you have to do next is, in your last step, in the previous step, we spoke about using testimonial ads. Now what you have to do is you have to start creating another custom audience out of that particular audience. So what's going to happen with that is those users are already last in your touch point. And again, once you create this funnel, I know the steps are quite a lot. It's probably going to take you an hour to set it up. But this is a funnel for life for you. You're not going to work on anything else. This is that kind of a evergreen funnel that will keep on generating sales, leads, and money for you, because video creators are working hard for you. You need to use their content in the most effective way. That's where you will start making real money. So with this campaign, create a custom audience of that testimonial, and now create a sales campaign, because now we have nurtured those audience so much. They've been seeing your content everywhere. Create a sales campaign and create a dynamic ad from there. So what's going to happen with dynamic ad is no matter wherever they go on any platform, any website, they're going to start seeing you and only you. And by the way, this is one of the most effective way to lower down your cost and produce the highest ROAS. The problem is majority of the people take the safe step, which is creating a campaign, uploading some graphics or creative, and then just going live. That is where you start burning money. And this is where you would have often heard people saying, I'm not making money via performance marketing. Ads sucks, they don't work. That's because people don't want to work on these steps. It takes a little bit of effort, but once you nail it down, you are going to start, you're going to build your best evergreen funnel. I'm still here, I'm still generating sales. That's the kind of a funnel you guys would start making. Here are some key points to remember from this. First, good marketing cannot help you sell or scale a bad product. So no amount of marketing that you do, if you have a bad product, it's just not going to sell, simple. So make sure that your product is amazing before working on this campaign. Second, do not mix this strategy with any of your other strategy. because if you're going to do that, you would be overlapping a lot of things and you would end up burning a lot of capital. So do not do that. The third and the most important thing is segmenting and personalizing the ad. So the strategy that I shared is highly personalized for that particular funnel individual. So make sure that you're building personalized funnels and personalized ads for each of your sequences. We again have spoken a lot about personalization and retention. So those are the things that you need to take away for this point. And lastly, this strategy requires some work, right? If you see, there were quite a lot of steps, but once you are able to nail it down, you would be able to start generating crazy amount of this. 10x ROAS, I think this is probably the best era and the best way you can really utilize your strategy.